So when we talked about that hatch pepper earlier, uh, and Southwest dishes, the green pozole is one that we're after. And then we have more peppers here. Let's see what we have. This one is, this is actually purple tomatillo. These seeds are quite old, and we were down to 4 seeds apparently. And so we sowed one in each cell, and I guess we have one. So we'll grow this one and collect the seeds for next time, and then also use in our dishes. And this is the poblano pepper, and the variety is San Luis, and it's supposed to be the large ones. And this is one that we got from our garden. We saved the seeds, and when you grow from seeds that you save, they sprout really fast and have high germination rates. So that's why you see a lot of nice, robust plants. So that's one of the secrets, is to save your own seeds. They grow into really strong plants. Out here are bok choy. This is actually a hybrid variety, win-win. And since we're trying to grow food, we're going back and growing hybrid varieties, because those types of plants are really robust and are bred specifically and have been bred to adjust for today's growing conditions. So they're going to be more productive than some of the heirloom ones that aren't necessarily going to be guaranteed to be productive. This one is himo. This is a Japanese pepper. It's a really interesting long one, and hoping to be able to make some yuzu kushu with them this year. Over here, these are holy basil. This one is a variety this is a specific variety. This is Amrite, so we're gonna grow that, see how that goes. I'm growing it for fun. And then we can also use that in some dishes, like chicken, Thai chicken, holy basil chicken, grab hao gai. Let's see, we have more peppers in here. Let's see what these are. These are shishito peppers. So shishito peppers, they make these little tiny green peppers. It's a very popular variety, so I'm pretty sure you know about them. One of the things that we can make with it is a pepper condiment called satay, and it's a Teochew style, Theochew. That's what my culture and heritage is, and we can make a nice condiment with it. So that's my goal this year. As my mom has done that with these types of peppers in the past, and it's super tasty. Another halora pepper. So yeah, we want to get some. Here's another one. We want to keep our supply of pickled jalapenos for our noodle soups. And then moving this way, we have leafy greens. So we have some. These are the dino kales, and then these are the scarlet red kale. When it comes to kale, I like to grow it for ornamental purposes. So we have them scattered about in the garden, and with today and the markets being inaccessible to me, these have come in handy, and we've been harvesting kale and using it as part of our meals. But these were initially sown before all of this craziness happened, and the goal still is to grow them in the garden and have them accent our garden in terms of how it looks. Let's see, eggplants. Surprisingly, I'm not a huge fan of eggplants when it comes to cooking them, but I like growing them. So we're still sticking with some of these plants that we don't like so much, and we're gonna try to give them space in the garden and give them a chance to grow. So we have this is a purple long, and these seem to be growing really well. The ping ting, we got a harvest of ping ting last year, and this is actually the plant from the seed that we saved. They don't grow as well, or I should say they're not as productive. So that's why we're trying this one, but still we're gonna try to grow them again this year. And then we're gonna try a new variety, the Rosa Bianca. It's a really nice, pretty eggplant, so we're gonna try to grow those. Those are just bok choy. And then over here, we have the Walla Walla onion. This is a long day variety, and we're in a short day zone. But for some reason, it grows in our climate. And of all the onions that we were able to get to bulb and make a onion for us, it's the Walla Walla. So we're growing them again this year. And the way that they grow for us is if we give them attention. So that means babying them. We have them sprouting in the coconut core, and then what will happen is we'll pick the strongest plant and put them in really nice soil, rich compost soil, and then let it work. All right, so we're gonna go over there. We have more plants to talk about. These are basils. If you're curious about this product here, this is made by Burpee Garden, and we found it at Lowe's Home Improvement. And what I like about it is, first, I like that it looks to be durable, because these seed starting trays here, they're not durable. They'll probably last a year, 2, maybe 3, and then they get discarded, and then you have to buy more. This over here looks pretty durable. So after the initial rush of sowing our seeds, we don't need to use these trays, in spring, in summer, and fall, or in summer. So we're looking to use these to help with our succession sowing, and it pops the plants out very easily like this. And we have basil in here. These are the Italian basil, and then this is the Siam Queen. This is the basil you would likely find at the Vietnamese restaurants for your pho and other things. And we've already transplanted out a couple of them yesterday. This one we're growing for the novelty of it. This is a bush basil. It's gonna have like a naturally nice round bush. It looks like a groomed half circle plant. And then here we have some really old seeds of camphor basil that we got a few years ago. So the germination rate's not very good, but we have a couple that have popped up now. And some of these camphor basils, they grow really slowly, unlike the Italian and the Asian basils. The Ambrite holy basil you saw there, they were sowed much earlier than these guys over here, and you can see how these have already made like 5 true leaves on them. Here is our flat of zinnias. So we have different types of zinnias in here. I don't remember what they are at the moment. All the labels been recorded on the computer in terms of what these columns are. But we have Thumbelina, cut and come again, some purples and some cactus ones, and then we have more marigold over here, and we have another tray of marigold. So these are once again to help us fight our nematodes that we have in the garden. And then we have, I guess, what do we have here? Tomatoes. So we have tomatoes and peppers. What's this one? This one's hemo. So if you see a repeat and a lot of pepper plants, that's because we're trying to actually get a good harvest to make something. So hemos, once again, we're going to try to make a togarashi. It's a togarashi, and we're trying to make a yuzu kushu. And this is a poblano pepper. Cherokee purple, that's one that we grow year after year. It's one that is very practical. It's a good slicing tomato. This one is a new one. This is an Italian variety, and it's Costolo Luto Genovese. So we have a couple of those, and then more celebrity hybrid tomatoes for grafting and all that stuff. And this is one that I like as a paste tomato. And if you notice that we won't see any San Marzanos, we're gonna park that one this year. At least not grow it right now. This grows into a nice big giant tomato that is really, really practical, nice paste and sauce tomato. It's called Oxheart, and this one is more specific. It's an Italian variety. So it's I'm not gonna try to pronounce it right now because I'm gonna butcher it, but it's basically heart of the bull or the ox. Here are more ahi. This is the ahi amarillo. This is one that they use to make paste and all that stuff. And those are Cherokee purples, and then more aromas. So we need at least 6 plants to get a worthwhile harvest, and we grow that year after year. And over here we have our greens. So these are our succession greens that we have growing. These are collard greens, so we need to replace some of our plants that are out there. We have a nice big tall plant. It's starting to bolt soon, so we're gonna sow more to replace. More kale. This is a dwarf blue curled kale. It's a really nice looking kale. And then we have a shard. We use it in an ornamental fashion, so we need a couple plants to replace, and some that are grown out there. More bok choy, and then these are lemon balm. We're growing this for the first time. It's supposed to repel mosquitoes, and mosquitoes are becoming an issue over here in California. It's not fun to go gardening in the daytime because they'll bite you. And we started more seeds the other day in here. There's nothing really to see here, so I'll just go through them real quickly. Zabroon, that's a shallot, ahi mango. So some of these are just resows because we had issues with the first time around. Scotch bonnet. So making Jamaican curry, need some of the Scotch bonnets for them. This is a Sonoran variety. Got the seeds from our friend. This is a chili tapin. And we have, let's see here, what's over there? More zinnia. These are the Coral Beauty. So Krista's garden. Thank you so much. Those seeds that she sent last time, and I'm very excited to grow those. And I'm gonna really give those guys a nice spot so that we get pretty flowers. And these are some of the herbs that we grow. Parsley. And when we go out in the garden, make sure you spot our parsley plants. Dill, really never had a good luck with getting them to grow. They'll volunteer themselves, but when I try to grow them, they just don't. So we're gonna double down our efforts and make sure they grow for us. This is a cilantro, the Santo variety. And then we did more onions here. This is a hybrid variety. This is a yellow onion. So I'm hoping to finally get a yellow onion this year. So that's what's there. And this is Gai Choi. I should stick a label on it. We sowed those yesterday. And then down here we have sunflowers. These are peach passions. And we've gotten some blooms before, but I think they really need babying. So we're going to baby them this year. And over there, serrano pepper and some more dill that we sowed. So those are the plants that we have. It's going to be sunny again today, so we're going to take them back outside when it's sunny. And so maybe next time we'll head out in the garden and see how it's doing. I haven't been really posting updates because with our house addition, the garden backyard's been kind of a little bit messy, and I didn't want to show you guys that. But we'll just go on with it and get out there and do it. Otherwise, it'll be like summer before we put up another video. So until the next one, thanks for checking out what we're growing. And I hope you all stay healthy and find things to do in the garden. If you don't garden, go out there and weed. Weeding is pretty therapeutic, I found. So just get some plants out of the ground and maybe, plant a flower and start from there.